Hello everyone, welcome back to Placement Pathshala. I hope you all are doing good. So in this video, we are going to study loops in Golang. So for loop is very important in any of the programming languages. So you must be knowing how to implement it, what is the syntax and how to use it. So now we'll be looking at the basic concepts of loop. So in Golang, we have only for keyword, we don't have while loop. So we'll be looking at the code with the help of example. So now look at the code. So first we will use traditional way how we were using in C++, like use for keyword, initialize the variable I is equals to 0, then condition I is less than, let's say 10 and I plus plus, increment the variable. Now inside this we will be printing fmt.println value of I. So now let's save this code and see the output. Here you can see 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9 got printed. So in each of the execution, what happens? So initial value of I is 0, it will check the condition. It will check the condition where I is less than 10, I is equals to 0, which is initial value of I, whether 0 is less than 10, true. Then it will print the value, and in the next iteration, it will increment the value I plus plus. It will print the value of I and then increment its value to the 1. And in the next iteration, it will check whether 1 is less than 10, true. Then it will print the value and I becomes 2. So same way it happens. When I becomes 10, it will check the condition. 10 is less than 10. No, it's false. Then we will go out of the loop. So this is the traditional syntax. We don't have to use the bracket here. So in earlier programming language, we were using like this bracket. So in Golang, we don't have to use this bracket. It's not required. So simply use for keyword and declare the variable and then check the condition and increment the value of the variable. So this is the one of the way. Another way will be checked now. Let's comment it out. And simple ways like, so how we were using while loop in other programming language. Similarly, what we will do, we will declare a variable num and initialized value to 10. Earlier we were using while loop. Now in Golang we will not have while. We will simply use for num greater than 0. And then we will print fmt dot println value of num and make sure to decrement the value. So for loop should not go into infinite loop. So this you must be making sure. If you do not change the value of num, then it will be always true. Suppose if num is 10, 10 is greater than 0, it's always true and it will be going to infinite loop. So you always must increment or decrement the variable in order to complete the loop. Otherwise it will go into infinite loop and it can crash the code. So make sure to increment or decrement the variable whatever it's required, so that condition fail at some point and it will get out of the loop. So now let's run this code and see the output. Here see, it went into infinite loop. So why it went to infinite loop? It's always true. See, this is happening. So what we did, we have incremented its value. So now 10 is greater than 0, true. It got printed and then num becomes 11. 11 is greater than 0, it's always true. We are incrementing this value. So it went into infinite loop. It will never end. So what we have to do? We have to decrement the value of num so that it reaches to 0 and it breaks out of the loop. So now let's run the code and see the output. Now you can see 10, 9, 8 up to 1 got printed. So you have to make sure whether you are incrementing or decrementing such that it should end the loop. It should not go into infinite loop. So this is the simple and easy way to use for loop. So we will be using for loop mostly in this way. So this was the basic example of for loop, how to use for loop in traditional way as well as simpler way. Now we will be using break and continue statement. So how to use break and continue statement, we'll be looking into it. So what will happen? So when we use break, it will automatically break the loop and it will go out of the loop. So here itself, if we use break, then it will execute the code for the first time and then it will go out of the loop. Now let's run the code and see output. See, only 10 is printed. So it will check initial value, num value is 10, 10 is greater than 0, true. It will print the value and then break. So again, it will not execute the code. So now in this example, we will be checking whether I is even or odd. So if I modulo 2 is not equals to 0, which means if it's odd, then continue, else print the value of I, fmt.println value of I. If the number is even, we will be printing it, and if it's odd, then we will be skipping, just continue. So now let's run the code and see the output. See, all the even number got printed, 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. So all these numbers are printed. So suppose if you want to print only even number, so if I modulo 2 is equals to 0, then then print the value here, else simply continue. Here you can see all the even number got printed. So this is the example of continue. Now similarly we can use break. Suppose here if I modulo 5 equals to 0, then simply break, else we will do print value of I. So what we are doing, if the number is divisible by 5, then we will break out of the loop, else we will be printing the value of the I. Here initially value of I is 0, so 0 modulo 5 will be 0, so it break out of the loop, so we did not get any output. Suppose if we change this to 1, now see the output. Now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 got printed, and as soon as this value gets to 5, this equals to 0, true, and it will break out of the loop. So this is a simple example of break and continue and for loop. So I hope you have understood the syntax of for loop. So how to use for loop in Golang. So this is the basic and simple example. In the upcoming videos, we'll be looking at the slices and array, how to use loops in the array and slices. So thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you. Please make sure you subscribe and like to this video and share to your friends.